Hello? Who told you you could sit there?
Daddy sat down. So I did.
Hello my spooky friends, and welcome back to another video. So I do want to apologize to you guys up front. We are, if you follow the news of what's going on here, in the midst of Hurricane Ian. It's multiple days into this, and so I am doing my absolute best to get this to you guys. And to do this for me, because it kind of gets me out of that hurricane funk. So this is also my very first get ready with me with you guys. So yay! I feel like this would have been more appropriate if it was black for Banks, but whatever. So I've got my laptop up right here with some really up close facial pictures of Mary, so that way I can see what her makeup looks like. I'm not gonna do the whole makeup guru thing. I just thought we would chit chat while I did my makeup, cause your girl ain't a makeup guru, that's for sure. You girl lucky if I can get like tinted sunblock on my face on a daily basis. Ooh. And not knock literally everything over as I'm doing it. So I don't know about you guys, but I have long been waiting for this sequel. My entire childhood revolved around Hocus Pocus, to the extent that when I adopted my first cat as a young adult, I was probably 19, 20, something like that. His name was Banks, because then again, he was also a Halloween baby. We found him in the fall, hanging out in the wheel well of my car. Nobody claimed him, so I kept him, and he was absolutely precious. And I remember that first weekend having him at my house, and I had like no idea what I wanted to name him until we were watching Hocus Pocus, because it was that time of year, and he literally like climbed up onto the TV, and he literally started talking to the TV screen. So I just kind of felt like Banks was utterly and completely inappropriate name. Aside from the fact that it was totally cliche, I didn't care. I don't know why I'm going so heavy on my pore filler, because I'm not going anywhere in this cosplay. You guys know that, right? Like, I'm not going out there. This is utterly and completely for you guys, so for me to go super crazy on pore filler, yeah, I can't even say beauty guru. Like, I'm so not a beauty guru. Like, I wouldn't have even gotten along with beauty gurus growing up. Like, people who are like more worried about makeup and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I did my makeup in high school, but I was more worried about, I need a tan. You see how dark this is on me? This is pearl, which is one of the lightest colors in Too Faced's lineup. So, you girls fair. So back to Hocus Pocus. I don't know about you guys, but I have utterly and completely been avoiding all of the promo videos. I've watched the couple of trailers just to kind of like get my oohs and ahs in. But as far as like all of the behind the scenes stuff, things that have been popping up on YouTube, I've tried to avoid almost all of it, because I didn't want to end up with Hocus Pocus burnout, for one. I still want to be excited about it. And I was afraid that if, between doing Mary for literally the last 2 months, like, this has been the major project in my life for the last 2 months, because while her stuff is relatively easy, it's time consuming and there's a lot of it. I didn't want to end up with burnout. Kathy has significantly thicker eyebrows than I do, and her eyes are spaced closer together. I have a mole right here. Mary's mole, yeah. Mary's mole is a little closer to the nostril, but it's on this side. I think I'm going to just reverse everything and put chin moles on this side and call that one good, because I'm nitpicking over like 1/4 of an inch. So to do my contouring, I'm going to be using Too Faced matte bronzing powder. No, I am not sponsored by Too Faced. However, I am just capable of wearing most of their stuff because I have really sensitive skin. So Kathy's eyes are significantly closer together than mine. And really, really deep. And then for highlights, I'm using the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. I find that under the eyes is one of the, I feel like around the nose and the eyes are the biggest places that we differ. And those are the kind of places that make the most difference. I also have a much more square jaw than she does, so I'm softening this angle. For my eyebrows, I'm going in with Precise Brow by Maybelline. Mine is for auburn hair. But I think I can darken it up a little bit. And I think if I just put it on super thick, it'll be good. The thing that I like about the Precision Brow is it puts these little stray hairs. So for those of us who are victims of the over-plucking trend of the 90s and still can't manage to grow eyebrow hair, I mean, sisters, not twins. I find that doing this, I'm regularly just forgetting to talk to you guys. Don't take it personally. So I'm super excited for the new movie. I keep seeing the trailer coming. I absolutely lost my marbles when I saw the scene of Winnie. I think they're like in a hall or something like that. And Winnie says spread out, and Sarah like literally like and tries to like fill as much of the space in the hall as possible. That's so freaking iconic of these characters. I love everything that is coming out. It's making me super happy. So for my eyebrows, I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. My eyeballs, not eyebrows. I don't know what I'm saying. Still not a booty guru. I will say, as a little update to Hurricane Ian, the rain has stopped, but the winds have increased. So far, we have a young tree that went in, I guess in March, so about 6 months ago, that, like, it's still so young that we have the bar straps in. And it's fine. It's fine. It's back in the ground. There's now tie-down straps, hopefully. But, so that was the white chocolate that I put all over my lids. I'm going in with milk chocolate. So she's got super heavy eyes. We did lose power for a while, about 6 hours-ish, which isn't awful. And I'll be honest, I slept through almost all of it. At least in this picture that I'm looking at, Mary has very little real estate happening right here. Where I have a lot of eyebrow footage. Like I've got an acre or two. Her face is much more compact than mine. So I think I'm just gonna have to do this. Scrunch. I'm coming in with triple fudge. There's a lot of warm notes in Mary's makeup too, at least in the footage I've got. I feel like this look doesn't really need too terribly much in the ways of like precision. Like, girl's been dead for 300 years, so. I think for me, it's mostly just kind of getting the overall Mary look. Which also still has a very grunge 90s vibe to it, which, you know, in case you guys didn't know, this kid was a freak in high school. And I own it. A lot of Mary's look does also have a little bit of a warm rosy tone to it, so I'm also going to add some of the cherry cordial to my eyeballs. This is a color I don't use all that much, so I'm all scared. It might bring me back to my Avril Lavigne days. Oh, she's dark. I flipped over to salted caramel. I'm losing the little bit of natural light I had as the next wave of the storm comes in. I look really weird. In the salted caramel palette, I'm using Make Me Melt. Winnie, Winnie, I smell. Kathy has a whole lot more mouth than I do. Not just with this, but in general. And so, creating a shadow here will make it look like I have bigger, more lips. On the mole side, however, most of that's hidden, and so it's more of a dull shadow instead of just a line. I'm extending my lip on the mole side by giving a highlight. And then I'm cutting my lip short on this side. And then a little bit of a shadow. Itty bitty 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 shadow underneath where I highlighted right here. So I gotta ask you guys, of the three sisters, who your favorite? Alright, serious question. Who is your favorite witch of all time? Like, link it down below. Who is your favorite famous witch? Is it one of the Sanderson sisters? Girl has short cheeks, so we go. say this. I am quite partial to Samantha Stevens. Because there's something just about that girl's sass. Now, the one thing I've been saving for last because it'll smear is my lips. And I'm using Budapest by NYX. It's hard. It's kind of hard to get an exact gauge on the actual shape of Mary's lip because Kathy is pulling her bottom lip. And so I think I'm just gonna and then I'm overemphasizing on this side just so that if I forget I'm supposed to do this, there's still some drag of that bottom lower lip. I put a spell on you and now you're gone. It's so funny because I've always done Winnie. Winnie is my absolute go-to. You guys know that from watching my Winnie series. But I deeply have an affection for Mary too. So, okay, wig time. I already have my hair in 2 French braids. This is how I do my hair every single time I do a wig because it gives the combs something to lock into. Let's ditch the hoodie. And then I'm going to take the tails of my French braids and just wrap them around as if we were doing Dutch girl braids, but you know, without all of the front cute bits. That's the look.
Mary, go long! Yeah, you could be a tight end.
That's it, party's over! Get out of my house! Then I get out of here! Get out of my house! Ralph, stick 'em!
Okay, my wonderful, amazing friends, thank you so much for joining me on this super fun Mary Sanderson adventure over the last couple of months. I cannot express how much I have loved having your feedback and hearing from you guys. If you guys make your own Sanderson sister cosplay, please, by all means, tag me. I'd love to see what you guys come up with on your own. I am super glad that I was at least able to get some outside footage before it started raining again, when we've been having these small breaks in bands, so that's a plus. Yeah. Mary is somebody that I easily have fun with because she is such a giant goofball. Yeah, so enjoy your spooky season. I'm gonna go downstairs and watch the new movie. I will see you guys next time with the newest installment of Fun Fabric and Shenanigans, whatever that may be. Stay tuned to find out. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.